What's up everybody, I'm Jaspreet Singh, and the Great Resignation started off as a movement of people quitting their jobs in masses as a way to stick it to the man, as a way to get better pay, as a way to get a better work-life balance, and as a way to get a better lifestyle from your work. And with the help of the pandemic, the Great Resignation essentially became a way for people to say, I quit unless I can work from home. But now things are changing pretty quickly. I mean, we're seeing the economy slow down, we're seeing layoffs, hiring freezes, and even more layoffs. So it looks like the things that helped create the Great Recession are now leading to the end of the Great Recession. There are three factors that really contributed to the Great Resignation after the pandemic. Number one is your job. Because when people were sitting at home when the economy was shut down, people had time to reflect on their lives and their careers, and what many people realized was, I hate my job. And so some people started to study new certificates, people went back to school, they reevaluated their job choices. So people wanted a different type of career where now you're not just working for a paycheck, but now you're working for something that you're actually passionate about and something that you actually care about. Number two was pay. When people were sitting at home, they started to realize that maybe I can get a better job somewhere else. And because of the massive shift in the economy, certain types of companies were paying way more than others because certain companies like tech companies were able to stay open and people were looking for new opportunities that would pay them more. And third was the lifestyle. Especially after the pandemic, people started to reevaluate their lifestyle choices because some companies allowed you to work from home. Other companies required you to go into the office every single day, and this is where people started to question, what if I could work from home? If I can work from home, I can live somewhere cheaper. I can spend more time with my kids. I don't got to pay for a babysitter. I don't have to spend all this extra money living this other lifestyle that I was living before, but now I can try this other lifestyle where I can work from home or have a hybrid work culture, and this attracted a lot of people to now find a new type of work that aligned with more of their lifestyle, more of their beliefs, that paid them maybe more money. Some people were even taking a pay cut to be able to work from home, but this lifestyle thing was something people started to finally start to realize where, what if I could do something that I enjoy while working on my own schedule, while getting paid, while being able to work from home? All of these things were fueled by the economic boom that we had going on thanks to the help of the Federal Reserve Bank and the government stimulating and inflating our economy. But now because our economy is shifting and now because inflation is so high, we're doing the opposite. The Fed is now working to cool down the economy, meaning they're pulling cash out, they're raising interest rates, they're trying to bring the economy down. And now companies are saying, well, we need people to be more productive. So maybe that means you can't work from home. And so you've seen companies across the board saying you need to come back into the office. And some companies are saying, oh man, we're having a tough time keeping up with these higher wages. So they're struggling paying people more. And then going back to the job thing, well, if there's less and less jobs available, some people are having to say, all right, I gotta stick with a job that I don't like because that's the only thing that I can take. So these are the initial reasons that people were quitting their jobs in droves. But now we're starting to see the switch because first, we have layoffs happening. We are seeing this across multiple different industries, from the tech industry to the retail industry to the mortgage industry to now even potentially the banking industry, where companies got too big in this bubble economy and now they're cutting back. So people are losing their jobs because companies just don't have the ability to keep paying for these jobs. Second are hiring freezes. So other companies that haven't gone into layoffs yet are now no longer hiring people because they don't have the ability to keep investing the money in growth because they're running out of cash, or they're scared about what's going to happen in the economy in the future. So they don't want to get too big and then have to pull back on these new hires with layoffs. We're also seeing companies starting to rescind their job offers. Maybe you quit your job, maybe you got a new job, but now companies are saying we can't afford these new positions. So we've been seeing this happen quite a bit where companies are just pulling back their job offers. And then we have the productive issue. Because while it was great that people could work from home, however, some companies feel that they're not able to be as productive when people are working from home. Now, this does vary from company to company because I can tell you from here at the Minority Mindset Companies, we do have value of coming into the office. We do something called a team day, 1 day a week in the office where we do a whole bunch of brainstorming, we do a whole bunch of creative type of stuff. But then the other days when people are actually just doing the work, those are working from home, and we haven't seen any drop in productivity there. So it varies company to company, but the companies that are saying that we're not seeing as much productive work from our employees employees. We need them come back into the office. This is now making it much more difficult for this great resignation to continue. And then we have the fear, because we have this looming recession. We have this high inflation. We have all the issues going on in the economy. And you're starting to see companies do the layoffs. You're seeing the hiring freezes. You're seeing people get their job offers pulled, and people at their jobs are saying, oh, this is a much riskier time for me to leave than 6 months ago or 12 months ago when jobs were plentiful and companies were fighting over employees. There's still this big demand for employees currently, but it's starting to go down. You're seeing that across the board because of all the layoffs, because of the hiring freezes, because of people losing their job offers, because companies are starting to get more worried about the economy. Companies are starting to get more concerned about their cash balances. And so if companies don't have the ability to continue hiring more employees, people who have jobs are saying, maybe this is not a good time for me to quit. I want to keep my income. I want to stack some more cash. I want to have some savings because maybe the economy will slow down in the future. I'll be honest with you here. Every industry across the board is feeling the pinch. Sure, tech companies are the ones that are doing the most layoffs right now. However, this is happening everywhere. Even here at the minority mindset companies, we're seeing the slowdown happen. Like, for example, in Minority Mindset, this YouTube channel, we get paid from sponsorships and advertising. And advertising means that companies from all different types of sectors, all different types of businesses pay money to Google and YouTube to run advertisements on these videos. Well, we've been seeing advertising revenue drop because less and less companies want to invest their money in advertising. And so what does that mean? So that hurts our revenue just because of what's going on. Now, I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not asking you to feel bad. I'm just telling you what's going on because we're seeing this across different businesses, and it starts in the tech sector because that was one of the biggest bubbles, but it's trickling down into other companies and other industries. So this is something that you want to be aware of. One of the things that we did at Market Briefs, which is my financial newsletter company, is a little while ago, we started getting worried about the economy and what could potentially happen. So I worked with our business development team and we came up with a recession list where if our economy slows down, if we go into a recession, what companies can we reach out to for sponsorships? Because Market Briefs is a completely free newsletter. It's the financial breakdown of what's happening. And the way that we make money is we sell advertisements or sponsorships to our partners. And so if we start to see a recession, we start to see the economy slow down, well, we want to be able to still get advertisement dollars. And so we already made a list of companies to reach out to if we start to see a slowdown in the advertising from traditional companies. So that's one of the things that we did to prepare. If you have not subscribed to Market Briefs yet, it's completely free and it's a daily breakdown of what's happening in the finance and business news. You get a breakdown in the stock market, real estate market, crypto market, inflation, and global economy. You can read the email in less than 5 minutes every morning, and I promise you are going to look forward to reading this email every morning because of how fun it is. So if you want to join Market Briefs, it's completely free, and I'll put the link to how you can do that down in the description below. Now, if you are unhappy with your job right now, you're looking for a change, and now you're worried about everything going on in the economy, this does not mean that there's no hope. There are 5 things that you want to be aware of and 5 things that you can potentially work on. Number 1 is with talking to your current job. Talk to your employer. Maybe there's a different position at your company. Maybe there's ways for you to earn more money. Maybe you can do something else. Maybe you can earn some commission off of something. Maybe there's a way that you can get a bonus or a raise. Talk to your employer. Just be honest with them and explain what your situation is. See if there's another opportunity for you. You'll be surprised at how many companies will be able to work with you because they want you to be happy at the job. Maybe they'll allow you to work from home a little bit more. Maybe they'll allow you the opportunity to earn more money if you do something else. Number 2, if you are looking for a new job, make sure the company that you're applying to is financially stable. It's relatively simple to do that. Just search the company name and search their finances. Just look for news articles about the company to see what's going on. If they're scrambling for cash because they're trying to raise money, maybe they're raising money at a down valuation, maybe they're struggling to get equity, they're struggling to get debt. Whatever the reason might be, if you see news articles on that, maybe it's not a great time to go out and start working there because chances are when a company is going through these downward cycles that they will be doing more layoffs. So if you have a safe and stable job right now and you're looking to switch, well, just make sure the new company is also going to be stable. Third, this is a great time for you to be investing in yourself, your skills, maybe get a certificate, maybe a different degree. That way, if you don't like your job, you don't like your career, well, it's always a good opportunity now for you to go out and learn a little bit more. That way you can do something that you actually like. Maybe you like coding. Maybe you like doing something in cryptocurrency. Maybe you want to do something in finance. Maybe you like marketing. Maybe you want to do writing. Well, it's so much easier for you to get these skills thanks to the internet. And now you can go out, learn something new, and try to get a job in the future after you get this new skill or certificate. Because at the end of the day, companies don't care as much about your degree. They want to know your experience. And so if you can show that you have experience either by doing something, by working in one of these fields, or by getting experience through a certificate, that's going to help you get a position in that field. Fourth, you want to build up some cash reserves because we're seeing all the craziness happen now in the economy with inflation. Things have not hit the bottom yet. So you want to make sure you have some cash to fall back on, even if you have a stable job, because we don't really know what's going to happen for sure. We don't know how bad it's going to be. So you want to make sure you protect yourself, especially if you're thinking about switching jobs. You want to make sure you have some cash to protect you from whatever might happen. And number 5, if none of these help solve the problems that you have, then maybe it's worthwhile for you to try to create your own income. Sometimes when you have your back against the wall, you will come up with the best ideas, the best opportunity, because that type of desperateness where you have no other option can help you create something amazing and something great. Now, if you want to be an entrepreneur, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice, and a lot of work, but all it really takes is the right mindset and the right idea and the willingness to work. Because now with the internet, you can start a side hustle really doing anything. And you can do this on the side while you're working a job. And if your side hustle grows, well, then this can give you the opportunity for you to quit your job, because now you can say, oh, I have something to fall back on, something that I created that has a lot more opportunity. Is there risk? Absolutely. But then you can go and continue working on this. When I was in law school, I was working on building my own businesses. I was working on Minority Mindset. I was working on another company that I was working on. And when I graduated law school, I never worked as an attorney because I was working full time on building my own business while I was going to school to become an attorney, because I knew I didn't want to work as an attorney. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, so I worked to build this at the same time. It takes a lot more work to do two different things, but it is possible. And so if you don't like what you're doing, you can work to create something that you do love. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see what's going on with layoffs and why layoffs are about to get worse, I made a video covering that, and you can watch that video by clicking this button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling. If you have a profit, you have dead cash sitting in the bank that isn't doing anything. So in this case, these companies want to grow as big as possible, as fast as possible. You don't want to have a profit, and you want to grow quickly.